Hey, welcome back to SCR Unfiltered. I'm Bill Faith, your host. Today I want to talk about the core four. These are the four things from a marketing perspective that I am doing every single week. It used to be every day, and here's why I'm going to tell you why this has changed. And it kind of starts with number one. I'm going to go through these four things with you, and these are the core four that everybody needs to be doing. Number one is listing optimization. This is tried and true and really the place that you need to focus on. A lot of people ask if you can, work on Airbnb and Verbo at the same time. Unfortunately, there's no tools integrated to Verbo like we have RankBreeze into Airbnb. So here's why I love RankBreeze. I don't do any updates without it. I used to do it aimlessly and do updates every single day. Now it's a little bit more strategic than that for listing optimization. And here's the thing that you need to know about listing optimization. The number one thing that'll move your ranking is going to be price. I'm not a price sensitive host, so I don't really mess around with my price at all. But what I want you to understand is that since price moves the needle for rankings, and when we're trying to do rankings, we need to understand that pricing plays a significant role in the ranking on Airbnb. So if you are ranked lower, then you're going to have to charge less to move back up. If you're ranked higher, then you have earned the opportunity to charge a premium rate. And here's what I mean. If you're on page 3, you're not going to get the amount of traffic that you're going to get on page 1. And those value-based buyers have seen the best properties and they probably already booked. So what I'm trying to explain here is your rankings are very important to your pricing strategy, and your pricing strategy is very important to your rankings. If you want to charge the premium pricing, like above, if you have a 4-bedroom and you want to charge 5 and 6-bedroom prices, you have to be ranked at the very top of page 1. So I've been able to do that because I'm very strategic in how I go through optimizing my portfolio. Each property, I know that the Airbnb algorithm will will update every 24 hours. That means that all these other tools, Wheelhouse, Price Labs, Rank Breeze, IntelliHost, whatever it is, they're going to get that information after that. And a lot of people think like Rank Breeze is an example, the rankings go wrong is because they're looking for instant gratification and they don't understand that you need to give it a couple of days for the algorithm to update. Airbnb updates its algorithm, but then it's got to push it out via API. Then it's got to push it out globally to all the listings and everything that happens. So we're always trailing a little bit. So I'm waiting 3 days, 72 hours. If I change a title, I wait 3 days. I log it into RankBreeze. And if you want to create a Google Doc or whatever, you can do that. You write it down. August 21st, I updated from this title to this title. And you got a benchmark. So that way, if the listing goes down in rankings, you can go back to your control. You can go back to base. This is the fundamental problem that people have is they make an update and they don't document where they were. Then something bad happens and they just keep changing shit. Well, if you're already ranked 4th on the first page, so you're the 4th listing on page number 1, you're in really good shape. Do we want to get higher? Yes. So what got you there? Where you're at when you're ranked is your baseline. So you need to track the baseline and what you're changing. If you're lowering your pricing by 10%, you need to document on what date you did it and what days or seasons or however you're lowering your pricing or increasing your pricing. So when your rankings move, you can see how that impacts. So that's the key. You can pricing, image movement, adding images, updating copy, using keywords, changing titles, all that type of stuff will help if you nail and figure out what works and what does not. That's why the how you do this is the critical component. Number 2, email marketing. Almost none of you are doing email marketing. Like literally, I think there's less than 1% of people that are actually email marketing their past guests or creating lead magnets or trying to develop a lead funnel to be able to email market to people that might be interested in staying at your property in a specific market. I've been a big proponent of StayFi because I can capture emails in my properties where I have like 14 guest day. I capture emails 14 times faster. So my email list is growing at 14x versus if I just take the person that booked. And one of the beautiful things about email is now you can use ChatGPT. You can use Jasper.ai. to write compelling content. But a lot of you, and you can go back and look at a podcast that's already been released literally like 3 episodes ago. I just gave you all the subject matter, all the headlines, and even walked you through what you need to say in your email. So that way there's no excuses. You can literally take the topic and then write an email about yourself and why you got into hosting and how much you appreciate and love your guests, and then give them the top 5 restaurants and the top 7 hiking trails and another email. Tell them about the upcoming concerts and compression events and Dollywood, Christmas, all these different types of things as an opportunity to communicate to your guests with email. And then down at the bottom of the email, you just give them the opportunity to stay with you. Use urgency and exclusivity. Once again, go back 3 episodes. There's a huge strategy session on how to leverage email urgency and exclusivity. Exclusivity is the most important thing. When I tell you, hey, thanks for staying with us. I've just opened up these dates exclusively for you as a past guest. You feel special, and it's not going out to everybody that in the world. And when we feel special, we have this connection. And when we have a connection, I'm more likely to buy from you. So that's email marketing in a nutshell. That's core number 2. Core number 3 is text messaging, text marketing, not just sending a text, but it all starts with, hey, my name's Bill. Hey, Bob, my name's Bill. Thanks for booking Sunset Point with us. I'm going to be your personal concierge. My wife and I and our 2 daughters, we absolutely love Sunset Point. It's our favorite property that we have in our entire portfolio. Just want to put a name with a face, let you know I'm here 24/7. So if you have any questions, text me, send me a message in the Airbnb platform. And by the way, I know it's still about 3 or 4 months away, but you'll get your next message via the Airbnb platform 15 days prior to your check-in, and then we'll kind of walk you through all the process. But if you need anything, I'm here for you. That's the first video that literally goes out to my guests, and I customize that with every single booking. And that's sent via text message. That's part of the text marketing, but I'm also using video as well, because now I'm earning the opportunity to fail. So when my boots on the ground team lets me down, and they do once in a while, just like everybody else, I've earned the opportunity to recover. They are much more lenient because I'm starting to build rapport. The second part of that is I'm sending this via text message. 97% open rates on text message. 20%, really 18.8% via email. Email's still strong, but you got to understand some strategies. So here's a little secret. When you send out an email, we send that same email 72 hours to everybody that did not open. You can do that in Market My STR. You can do that in MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or HubSpot. You resend that same email 72 hours later to everybody that didn't open the previous email. That way they see it. That's how you boost your open rates. So I get like 44% on the first email. Then I get like another 20 on the second email. Then like after 6 or 7 days, I'll send it again. So that initial email gets 40. Then I get another 20. Then I usually get another 15 to 20. Now I'm talking like 70% open rates. It's crazy. Text messaging has 95, 96% plus. You don't even need to do that. You send out that one text. Make it personal. Don't sell. That video that I send, nobody does that. And when they get it via text message, they're blown away. So get on the bandwagon and start sending that via text. The other thing, since you're communicating via text or messenger, it's way easier to communicate with your guests once they've checked out via text message. And you'll get that 95, 96% open rate when you text them versus email them. So the cool thing about Market My STR is you can integrate and switch between emails and text as you set up your funnels and automate that. So the text becomes really personal when you're using emojis. Even when you're doing email writing, someone just asked me after our boot camp a few weeks ago, hey, what do I put into the email? What does it look like? Do I need to get this design from Canva and build something? No, just write copy and drop in an image or two. Use some emojis. That's it. We want to keep this simple. We want to keep it personal, and we want to make sure that it benefits our past guest. Number 4 of the core 4 is social media. Most of you do not have a lot of time to invest into social media marketing, and you're definitely probably not going to track the metrics to do it. Another great thing about Market My STR is there is a social media scheduling and tracking program inside of it. So if you learn how to batch content, like literally, if you go through these last 4 podcasts, I've filmed all of these in succession in one day, but you're going to notice I've got a different hat on. I've got a hoodie. I've worn white shirts. I've worn gray shirts to where it looks different every time that I do the podcast, even though I'm doing them one right back to back to back. So have your clothes ready. Do a change. Do this when you go visit your properties, most importantly. Shoot videos. Shoot pictures. Do some selfies. And you can even do like pictures of the water or the ski slopes or whatever, and then just add some music when you post to an Instagram story and some text over it. That gives you like four different ways to be able to create content. And if you create, you know, 100 pieces of content, that could be like 10 to 15 videos. It could be 10 to 15 selfies while you're there on your paddle boards, on your skis, in the ocean, setting up the beach gear, whatever. And then just do a bunch of different photos of the different areas of your house and your views and the restaurants that are within walking distance. Now you've got content for like the next 6 months. And if you literally batch all of that out, like you go into Market My STR, go into the social media scheduler, you can do all that at one time. So you're not trying to keep up with social media every single day. Fourth one is personalization. This is your bonus, right? Or the fifth one, sorry. This is the bonus. I forgot to keep going through these. Is personalization. Really important, all the way back to the very beginning when somebody books, I send that personalized video. No, I don't create it once and automate it, even though I can via text or email through Market My STR. I do it personally and I send it manually. And that's something that's really important to me, that I want to personalize that to every guest. So if they ask a question about something, then I'm going to answer the question in the video. Like, hey, you know, can we get an early check-in? Hey, I would love to give you an early check-in, but specifically during the summer months, you know, we have same day turnovers that take 6 hours. I'll let you know ahead of time and get you in for free if it's available, or you can pay to book it previously. Just something that just attaches to what they've said so they know that it's not automated. The signature addressing, always use first name in all of your messages. You can set that up in Airbnb, owner res, hospitable. When you're communicating your signature, how you sign off. So I start by signing off your host, Bill. Then when they check in, I switch to your hosts, Bill and Bria. And I always have Bria send a message. And some of the auto scheduled messages come from Bria and not just Bill. We have our picture as host. It's the same picture with both of us. So that way they know that we're a husband and wife team. Then as I transition into the guest transition, or the last two messages before they check out, it is Bill and Bria. And then when they do check out, it's it's Bill, Bria, Oakley, and Gentry. So they know that we have daughters. And then I put a PS, my daughters love this. And that varies property by property. And then it switches to the Faith family after they check out. So now psychologically, they're thinking about us as a family. I don't use my property management company, my co-hosting company logos. I don't use their name, anything. It's always from me and it's always personal. And then I transition to make it even more personal so it resonates them with kids, with my family. And it's always referred to as my family lodge, my family cabin, my family beach house, because that helps me get better reviews. It makes it more personal. When you personalize that relationship, you earn trust. When you personalize that relationship, you earn the right to be able to fail. So there you have it. The top 4 core for marketing your STRs: listing optimization, email marketing, text marketing. Make sure that you're using social media, but only use the channels that your ideal buyers are on. Batch out your content, and then personalization. Don't take the corporate approach. Make sure it's about you and me, one-on-one relationships. Make it personal, and let's get busy with it.